This a little bit different, so we'll wait a few minutes to see who pops in here, but somebody got busy today, and judging by the looks of me, it was me. So we'll wait a few minutes. I'm sure some people will start popping in here, but definitely was a busy day, and we're still not done. I've got some scrambling to do in the morning to get situated and ready. So time in the Buckeye, how we doing, buddy? I forgot to pre-schedule the the live, so we're starting this way. Evening, Dennis. Hey, Mike, how's it going? I'm eating dinner. I have not stopped today. Jacqueline Dower, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. So I forgot to schedule the live, so everybody's coming in. So I appreciate you guys paying attention to me. I've been scrambling all day long. Kevin Violet, 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, buddy. I'll be over to grab you, and we're headed south, so be ready. Brandon Fisher, it's afternoon, lunchtime over there for you. Benny's, how you doing? Tim Poor, Dave Edwards. So once everybody gets in here, I'll let you guys know about bags. I've been working on our bag situation. I think I've got it situated and figured out. So we can take care of all of that. Tim, I have been scrambling, absolutely scrambling today. Today is just one of those days. It's been one of those weeks. If something bad was going to happen or if a plan was going to get changed, it got changed all the time this week. It's been absolutely crazy. We did get 3 cord done today, so that was good. Did some welding on the splitter to get the splitter ready. Just scrambling. Had a broken wheel stud on the truck. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. And Mike from Lake Ontario Firewood just brought up a good point. This isn't a political channel, but for those of you that follow Charlie Kirk, may he rest in peace. Charlie Kirk was assassinated today at one of his speeches. He was a good God-fearing Christian man and gone too soon. So prayers go to his family for sure. Yeah, Symington Seasonal Services, the grind definitely never ends. It's been 3 to 4 cords every single day for a long time now. We were planning to go to Hope. We've got less people going down with our crew than what we had originally thought of. But big announcement before we go any further right now, you can pre-order a 564 Husqvarna fuel-injected chainsaw through Saw Suppliers and use the Willey 10 discount, get 10% off and free shipping, and you can reserve your saw with a $200 deposit. The rest will be charged when the saw is actually shipped. He's going live to announce what I just did, Dennis, with the chainsaws. We got the announcement from Saw Supplier. They're expecting saws in within the next couple of months. So you can pre-order your 564i fuel-injected Husky with a $200 deposit. You can use Willey 10, get 10% off and free shipping. So it's a good deal. I'm getting on the list. I'm already on the list for Gramp. I got a 564G with heated handle grips because Gramp's hands get cold in the wintertime. He got frostbite a couple years ago, so his hands get cold quicker. So we're gonna try some heated handles. He'll tell me he doesn't need them, but I bet he uses it. So I'm excited to get him that. That'll maybe be a birthday present for him. So we'll go from there. Yep, PA Trapper got the email from Saw Suppliers. Yeah, Jason, what happened earlier in Utah is a crying shame. That's what this world has turned into, and unfortunately, somebody is always in the crosshairs, whether it be one side or the other, and it doesn't make it right. It shouldn't be something that happens. It shouldn't be something that's tolerated. I try to stay out of politics for that reason, just for the simple fact that there's no right or no wrong. He was a good man. He was a Christian man with a young family. And now that family has no father because somebody thought that it was a great idea to do what they did. So may he rest in peace, and he will definitely be missed. He was for helping the youth in this in this world that we're living in right now, and he always was well spoken and well educated, so he will be greatly missed for sure. That's just one of those things that when you hear about it, you shake your head and got to ask yourself why. What's the point? But again, they say that the devil will try to pull you away from what's right at any means necessary, and the closer you get, the harder he pulls. So maybe he was getting closer than he wanted him to be. So again, rest in peace, and hopefully his family can get through this difficult time, because it's going to be a transition for him for sure. Oh, American Country 716, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Oh, you're good, Yadkin. You're good. I get it. I'm the same way, but we're most of the people, probably 99% of the people that follow this channel feel the same way that we feel, and rightfully so. But it's one of those things. The world that we live in is a crazy place now, and it's not going to get any less crazy anytime soon. I don't have a feeling. So, Dave, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, we're leaving 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we're gonna head south. We did some work on the Tundra today. I did some welding on the splitter today. I finally fixed the hold down bar for. Attaboy, Tim. Appreciate you. Timmy's going to lower his flag. That's awesome. Attaboy, Tim. So yeah, it's been crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, Brandon, that's right. Craig, make sure you keep those rubber side down, buddy. So we're gonna bring the all wood down. I was gonna bring the dump trailer and put the all wood in the dump trailer. I was doing a walk around of the dump trailer, and I have 2 nails in the tires on the passenger side of the dump trailer. So I am definitely not carting the dump trailer to Pennsylvania with nails in the tires, and I don't want to have plugs in the tires going that far. So we're gonna leave the dump trailer home. We'll hook onto the all wood. We'll pack all the rest of our gear, and we'll go. I've heard from Jack at Log Cabin Firewood. They do have an Evo coming from someone else that lives close to where he is. So we will have an Evo firewood processor down there, and I believe a Dyna. So it's looking good. I was hoping we could get the Cord King down there, but the Cord King is rented, and it's going to be rented again. So it's going to be a the nails, I think, came from, I'm not sure. Came from a delivery. They look like finished nails, so I'm not sure. Denny Hart, how you doing? Donald Slate, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I have this thing where if I have tires on anything, I'm going to have trouble with it. Tires seem to be my sticking point for just about everything that I own. Tires are something that I could really use stock in, that's for sure. I disappeared for a minute. I'm back. Somebody tried calling me. I had to cancel them out. I forgot to turn off my cell signal before we started this. I was scrambling. I ran in the door. I grabbed a couple of pieces of lukewarm pizza, and I ran. So it's been a day. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner right there. Which short are you talking about, Brandon? I noticed he had a 4910, I think it was, decked and ported. I have a patch kit. I have a compressor. I have the impact. I have spare tire. I got all the stuff, but tires are where I have my issues, I guess. It is what it is. I'm not gonna complain. It's been a process to get ready to be able to go this time around. It was the same way for Wood for Warriors too. It feels like any time that we're going to these charity events, there seems to be things that come up, and I'm not going to let those things stop us from going and doing what we're doing. So we will be there at Hope, hopefully early tomorrow afternoon. I hope they have a conveyor for the splitter, Speedy, but I don't know. I don't know. If they have a conveyor, that would be great. If not, then we can hand throw just like we used to. Yadkin, I know it's definitely, it's been a day, buddy. It's been a day. Yadkin's been out screening soil. He texted me earlier. It's just, yeah. Yeah, according to the map, it's all downhill, but I know that's not the case. It sounds good, though. So we're fueling up, tanking up a little bit, and all that stuff. Yeah, if you're coming down, Mike, you can look for something near the Stewartstown, PA area. We're all going to be there. We'll definitely use an extra set of hands if you want to come down. Robert's bringing a saw and some picaroons. I've got a bunch of picaroons and stuff like that with me. I've got a whole bunch of stuff all over the place. Tim said he had a customer today wanting him to back over pallets and dump the firewood on him. Told him these tires will be paid for out of your pocket plus my time. Yeah, that's what people don't realize. I had somebody that wanted me to drive over pallets too to dump firewood, and I'm not driving my dump trailer over pallets and picking up nails. I pick up enough nails and enough stuff in my tires without backing over anybody's junk, so that was a no-go for me, and I'm sure it was for you too, because I know you're very tolerant of that stuff just like I am, Tim. So I started getting monetized on Facebook this week. So for any of you that follow me on Facebook, we've been posting lots and lots of reels and shorts on Facebook, and they finally started monetizing us, which is early because I was under the assumption I needed 10,000 followers. I've got like 4,200 and something as of this morning, but we're making money. So that's a good thing. So those reels and everything, that's helping, and we're growing our following. I'm getting a lot of good feedback. I've got a lot of people that don't realize what we do. They see Gramp cutting on his sawdust pad in the old yard, and they're like, "Oh, you must like to sharpen. He must like to, buy new chains." And you tell them there's a foot of sawdust there, and they tell you that the sky is orange, and you tell them that it's blue, and they tell you that it's purple. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yeah, it's making progress, and we've made some pretty good connections too with Facebook. So it's fun. It could be, Brandon. I'll have to watch. I don't know if there's magnets in them or not. But last year when we went to Hope, we stayed at a Motel 6, I believe it was. It was like $80 a night, but the motel was actually pretty cool. So if you want to bump or promote my channel on Facebook, if you see anything that's under Russ Willey on Facebook, just go ahead and share it. Anytime that you guys share it, like, comment, it helps. Just like with YouTube, it helps to push the algorithm. I've got a couple of videos that we need to make on YouTube. I've been too busy this week. It's been hectic. It's been busy. I've had some personal stuff going on because I have an ex-wife, and sometimes those are fun. So I've got some personal stuff going on there. It's been a week. It's been a week. I'm looking forward to getting down to Hope and working. Bert, how you doing, buddy? Isn't this past your bedtime? I appreciate you stopping in. This must be like your lullaby. You listen to me and we put you to sleep. They did leave the lights on for us, Brent. For $80, the hotel room was not bad. It really wasn't. It was a decent hotel room. So I can't complain, that's for sure. James Lacey, how you doing? So yeah, if any of you guys want to follow us on... I figured it would, Bert. If any of you guys want to follow us on Facebook, just Russ Willey. Look for the verified blue check mark next to my name. Any of those shorts, reels, videos that you see, if you share them, like them, comment, all that, go for it. Denny Hart, the website is almost finished. Almost finished. I got it almost done, and we had to add some more stuff because we have Cord King rentals now. And we have some other stuff that's coming too that I can't announce just yet, but it will be on the website. It's definitely, it's busy. The website has grown so much. It's just, I'm blown away and so thankful for all the support from you guys. It's I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys. 15 days of child support, completely understand. I got more than 15 days left, but not many. Brad6 wants to know Charlie Kirk gone thoughts. Charlie Kirk was a good God-fearing man, and to have him gone in the way that he disappeared is a sad and crying shame. It just goes to show how divided this this country is. Tim, do you sleep standing up? Sometimes. Sometimes I don't know if I sleep or not. I have a lot going on, and there's a bunch of stuff that I'm really excited to tell you guys about, but I can't just yet. And as soon as it's ready and available, I will tell you guys, and we'll go from there. But it's been a lot of work. I've had a lot going on behind the scenes, been working on a lot of stuff. For those of you that did not hear, sawsuppliers.com, $200 deposit, use Willey10 in the coupon code. You can reserve your 564i or your 564G Husqvarna fuel injected chainsaw right now. So make sure you use Willey10. It'll save you over $100, so it's definitely worth it. Yep, Willey, not Willie's. Brandon's absolutely right. I know I've got my deposit in for Gramps already, and we did heated handle grips for him, so I'm excited. I can't wait to get him a new saw. Speaking of Gramp, when you guys see the next video, you'll understand why the Cord King does not get used as much as we want to. Gramp is a monster. He got on the tractor this morning before I got there, and he got the log pile knocked down, and by the time that I got there to start splitting with Kevin, he had everything cut. Everything cut. So that means that we've got 5 loads in the new woodyard since, I believe it was August 18th is when we started, so not quite a month, and we've gotten 60 plus cords cut. So just picking away. So a week less than a month, and he's got 60 cords cut. So he just likes to work, guys. That's it. That's his quiet time. That's his peace. He doesn't need to talk. He doesn't want to talk. He just wants to work. Yeah, Gramp King. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah, I think Gramp is the only thing that Chuck Norris is afraid of. I think Gramp and Chuck Norris might be brothers. I don't know. The man he doesn't stop. He does not stop. It's incredible to watch him. I mean, when we were splitting yesterday, he came back and cut a second round while Kevin and I were there. He came back again this morning and finished before I got there. And I know there was a good 4 cord there that he cut this morning, and he had that all cut before we got there to start splitting. So he's a man on a mission. A man on a mission. So now I got to find more wood because he's going to be chomping at the bit, wanting to know when we got more coming. He's probably 20 plus cord ahead of us, if not a little more. We're gonna poke away and plug away. We'll do what we can. So I'm very thankful for Gramp. Gramp is a machine among men for sure. Clarence Dobson, how you doing, buddy? So we got that going. Like I said, we re-welded the splitter up. I'm going to bring my 8-way wedge with me. Don't know if we're going to need to do it. Yeah, I need more hands to keep the splitter fed for sure, Nick. It was nice having you here last week. It definitely speeds things up. We've been running 3 and 4 cord days for as long as I can remember right now. Delivery distance plays a big part in it. We've got a bunch of short deliveries coming up next week, which will be nice. It's nice when the deliveries aren't far away. But yeah, it's crazy. Denny Hart, that would be an excellent shirt. Gramp King shirt. 100%. Yeah, it's crazy. He'll be 79 years old next week, and the man just absolutely amazing. Yeah, so Nick, we have 3 cords so far stockpiled for Gramps Woodshed. I got a call from another lady in town that had a tree service come take a bunch of trees down. She wouldn't let them take the wood. She left the wood, so we're gonna go pick that up. I think there's probably another 3 cords there. I've got another 4 or 5 places to go and pick up wood that are all donated loads. And I actually had a tree service call me today, and they want to know if it's okay to bring their logs to us rather than dump them at the wood dump when they heard what we were doing. So Gramps Woodshed is going to be a big success, and I'm looking forward to putting a big dent in that. And getting as much cut and split as we can. I'm taking hardwood and softwood both. We'll mix it. We'll put it all together. This is going to people that really need it. So if you really need it, it doesn't matter if it's hardwood or softwood. It's going to keep your house warm. And, you know, hopefully as we go, maybe we can pull the softwood out and we can start doing just hardwood next year. But for this year, I want to try to do as much as we possibly can and try to get as much as we possibly can done and processed. Looking like the end of October sometime. I'm still trying to nail down a date. I want to have a time where we can do a Gramps Woodshed event up here. Anybody that's interested is more than welcome to come. We'll cut, we'll split, we'll stack, and we'll get wood put up for those that need it this winter. And it'll be a good time. So I'm looking forward to it. Again, the outpouring that we've got from everybody right down to designing the sticker for the logo, people wanting to help, people wanting to offer things. It's been really, really awesome. Events like this that's what I'm excited about. So it's not too far off. It's getting close, and I'm very, very excited at how quick it's grown already. Tim has a 128-mile round trip delivery Sunday morning. 3 hours road time. Told him I'll be there at sunup. Better be ready or I'm finding an open hole and dumping it. That's a long delivery. I hope he's paying well for that. I hope he's paying really well for that, Tim. Oh, that was your 4510, Brandon. Oh, all right. I'll have to go look at Derek's video. Derek does good work. Derek is a very clever man. I will tell you that right now. He said he wanted to maybe someday make a saw for Gramp and send it up for Gramp, and I told him we'd love to have it. So I usually stop at 30 miles. No further than that. Halloween woodcutting theme. Yeah, it could be like a Halloween party. I think it's a great event and an even better cause, and the man's name that's attached to it, can't ask for better. I may be partial because he's my grandfather, but he's a role model that everybody can look for, that's for sure. It's really cool to see. And I'm, again, you know, very fortunate, very thankful to still be able to work with my grandfather at my age. Not sure on dates yet, Jim, but coming soon, coming soon. End of October sometime. Not sure. It's been such a week. I have not had a chance to think about it. We've had too much going on. This week has been a crazy, crazy busy week, and I just haven't had time to think about it. I'm still not packed to leave tomorrow, and we're leaving at 6 a.m. I've still got some work to do on the splitter in the morning. I haven't blown it off, haven't washed it. It's coming dirty. It's a work machine. I'm not cleaning it up. I don't care. So it's just one of those deals. There's not enough hours in the day, it doesn't seem like, and it seems like this week, if something could go wrong, it did go wrong, and it went wrong big. So we'll fix it, we'll adjust it, we'll go. We're gonna bring weak minds and strong backs, and we're going to go to Hope and we're going to run the crap out of the Allwood. That's all there is to it. I got the 4, 6, and 8-way wedge with me. I honestly don't think we need the 8-way unless we have a conveyor. Because without the conveyor, there's no way people are going to keep up throwing wood off that splitter and into a trailer. It's just too fast. I got my spare tire. I tightened all my lug nuts. I did have a broken wheel stud. I changed that. I checked all the air in the tires. I checked all my lights. Did everything. So definitely got everything taken care of for sure. Got to drive to Brits and then head out, Jason. Well, there you go. We'll see you guys. We're probably going to roll in, I'm guessing, somewhere around 5 p.m. tomorrow, somewhere in there-ish. All things pending and all things good. Should be about that time. Excuse me. And we'll do what we got to do. So for anybody new that just hopped on, sawsuppliers.com, you can pre-order your 564i Husqvarna right now and hold it with a $200 deposit. If you use Willey 10 in the coupon code, you'll save over $100 on that saw. They'll notify you when the saws are in. You pay the difference, but you have your 564i pre-booked to get it before anybody else does. So if you're looking for a 564 Husky with the fuel injection, get on sawsuppliers.com, use Willey 10, and get that done. I got Gramp one with a heated handle. His hands got frostbit a couple years ago, and he wears gloves and complains his hands get cold in the winter, so we'll try the heated handle and see how he likes that. He's never had one with a heated handle, but we'll see what we can do. Have a good one, Brian. I appreciate you stopping by. So I believe it was $11.99 for the heated handle grip and $11.19 for the regular 564i. And take 10% off that, so you're going to be right around $1,000. Hope they are starting at 7 a.m. on Friday, and we are going until done. And I believe there's a group of guys that are going to be working some Saturday morning too as well, depending on how much we get done Friday. So we're gonna have a good time. Hope is always a good event. It's always a great group of guys. This will be our second time going. We had a blast last year. I know Kevin and I volunteered to go back before we even left last year. So really good time, really good group of people. I like these type of events. It'll be a lot of fun. Laundry's done. Sorry, I'm not trying to eat in front of you guys, but I got to eat something because I'm starving. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yep, heated handles. They have them. They've had them for a long time, but usually something only the boys in the north worry about. Brandon loved heated handlebars on a snowmobile. I would not have a snowmobile without hand warmers and thumb warmers anymore. That's kind of a necessity. I'm a sissy that way, I guess. I don't like being cold, but I don't mind the cold. Yeah, we're not wimps, Brandon. It gets cold. If you stay working most of the time, it's all right. I've run one with heated handles before. I had a Husqvarna with heated handles. They work excellent. Keep your hand nice and warm. It's the hand grip on top, so that's warmed up. I don't know if they have a heated handle for the rear handle too. I'm not sure about that now, but I know the one I had was just the handlebar. Frontier says they work good on his 592 as well. So if you're in a cold climate, they're definitely worth the extra few bucks, I think, anyway. But that's just me being me. I could be wrong. Yeah, absolutely wise choice. The Hope Foundation is an excellent place to give back to. Looking forward to it as well. It's always good to give back to a good cause. That's one of the reasons I'm so excited about Gramp's Woodshed. we have so many people in our area that just they struggle, and nobody should have to choose between heating and eating. So a few years ago, we did a drive around Thanksgiving time, and we put a bunch of baskets together, and then we started donating some wood. When we saw some of the places that these baskets went, we knew that they could use a hand, and we started donating some of it. And then, we went back and forth, and I've always tried to do as much as I can, but I'm just a small business. I don't have the ability to do a ton by myself, but collectively as a group, when the community sees what's going on, if they get behind what you're doing, it's really, really incredible. I had somebody from the American Legion. They stopped by yesterday, got some wood out of the racks, told them what we were doing. He got me hooked up with a pretty good sized donation, and also sold a bunch of firewood for me too. So it was a win-win. It's just whenever we can do stuff to help, we want to help. When I say help if you can, I mean it. Help if you can. It would be really easy for me with the week I've had to say I'm not going to Hope. It's just not happening. But that's not me. I don't give up. I don't give in. We're going to Hope. We're not going with everything that we wanted to, but we're going to Hope, and we're going to have fun. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to put a lot of wood in a pile for a really great cause. So I'm looking forward to that. And looking forward to get to see some of the people that I don't get to see the rest of the year. I mean, I see some of you guys on the lives, and you comment on the videos and do stuff like that. But I enjoy seeing people in person and getting to spend some time with them. So David Parker, is a used steel MS 460 worth 550? I don't know. I don't run steel. So if anybody on here runs steel MS 460 used, $550, good deal, no deal? Yadkin says if it's in good shape, yes. So there you go. Jason runs steel and has run them for a while, so he would be definitely one of the better ones to ask as far as that goes. So there's your answer. If it's in good shape, yes, good deal. Perfect. We helped somebody if we could. That's what it's all about right there, guys. Put a handful of your fire starters in my vehicle emergency kit. Yeah, they're a good thing to have in there for sure. Yeah, absolutely. People like you too, Ken. You're going right by my house tomorrow, a mile away from me. Well, there you go. I'll honk when I go by if I know where it is. So you're planning an Oregon trip to see just me? Really? I'm not going to say no, Daniel. It's on my wife's bucket list to go to the West Coast and do some sightseeing and stuff out on the West Coast. So at some point in time, I will be out there. When, I don't know. But when I'm out there, I'd more than gladly stop to see Daniel. I mean, you do handle the SOL department so well, it would only be fitting that I stop and at least harass you a little bit. Maybe use some of your firewood equipment to split those little pieces of firewood that you guys play with on the West Coast too. Tom's Firewood, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Tom's probably got his pink splitter all loaded up and ready to go in his dump trailer. And Frontier Firewood says stop by Wyoming on the way home. Well, absolutely. So Yadkin says he ain't going that far west. I'd like to see all of the 50 states at some point in time if possible. It's kind of one of my bucket list things that I'd like to do. And I'd like to go to Alaska and try to pan for gold. But my problem is if I go to Alaska and I find gold, I'm probably not coming home. I'll stay right there. So that's what worries me a little bit. Josh and Janice just posted my email address up there. So if anybody has any questions, if you've sent me an email this week, I've been slacking on my emails. The last 2 to 3 weeks, I've been slacking on my emails. I'm trying as hard as I can to stay caught up with everything, but I'm swamped right now, swamped. So it's just one of those deals where I promise I'll get back to you. We'll do the best we can. Tom, we are leaving at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Should be in Hope sometime around 5 p.m., somewhere around there, roughly. Because we're gonna have to stop for fuel 2 to 3 times on the way down, and once we stop for fuel, we should be good. Ouch. Cat heard me in here. She needs her scratches. So, yeah, we have gold in Maine. I haven't panned for gold here, but we have gold in Maine. We used to have a lot of silver mines in Maine. They've pretty much mined most of the silver out, but it's definitely one of my bucket list things. Well, according to my mother-in-law, we have Bigfoot right here in Maine too, so I'm sure they're everywhere. But I've not had any experiences. I've spent a lot of time in the woods, in Maine. I have seen what I think is a wolf, and they tell us that there are no wolves in Maine, but I've seen some dogs in the woods on a couple of occasions that were way, way, way too big to be a coyote. But it is what it is. Yeah, the cat would like to have that supper, Sherry. She sees it and she smells it. She would love to have that, and if I let her go, she probably would, but that's mine. So we're not going to share that just yet. She gets plenty of treats and all the food and snacks and scratches that she wants. She can leave my dinner right alone. Yeah, see, she sees it. Oh, down you go. So, yeah, that's one of my bucket list things. Bobcat on my frozen pond 2 winters ago. We've got a bunch of bobcats down behind our house currently that we're at. And somebody asked a while back, and it's my ADHD. I'm just realizing now, how's the sale of the house going? We've had 2 different people that were very, very interested in the house. They don't like the interest rates right now, one of them, and the other one couldn't get their financing in order, so it's still just up in the air, I guess. We had a showing today with a cash buyer supposedly, and we I packed the dog up, picked the house up real quick, let him at it. I haven't heard back, but I'll check with the realtor in the morning and see what they said. At this point, I'd give somebody a pretty sweet deal. If they want it now before winter, my price is not firm. I'll wiggle some still. So I'm willing. I'm a motivated seller. I know there's plenty of people out there that are motivated sellers, but I'm pretty motivated to not have to keep this thing heated through the winter. So it's slow process. Everything has slowed down in our area. There was a really, really quick burst right before we put our house on the market in the spring where everything was selling instantly, and the brakes screeched right about the end of May, right when we listed our house. We had plenty of showings, but people are not buying right now. It's definitely a buyer's market because there's so many things. Yes, an empty house does sell better. That's for sure, David. So that's one of the things that we're going to do. Hope is in Stewartstown, Pennsylvania. I'm not sure of the exact address. If you look up Log Cabin Firewood on YouTube, you can go ahead and find his video on Hope from a couple of weeks ago, and the address is in the video description. So I know a guy that would sell the heat off his hamburger. I'll sell a lot of things if it makes me money, but I sell things that I know work. I don't like to endorse and or sell something that I won't run myself. So if you see me promoting something, you can know full and well that if I'm promoting it, I would use it and I would run it, or I do use it and do run it in my yard. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. So if you're in here, close out of the live chat, hit the like button, and pop the live chat back open. But it's one of those deals. It takes, yes. All right. So firewood bags. Here we go. Plenty of people are in here now. The firewood bags are going to roughly be about 45 cents a piece plus shipping. And I'm working on shipping rates right now. But the bags are going to be 45 cents a piece. They are 24 by 24 for the 1 cubic foot bags. And you can buy them in increments of 50. We will have a bunch at Bunyan for sale. And then I am ordering in pallets of 1 cubic foot blue bags. And then the 3/4 cubic foot bags are sending me samples. I'm not sure if it's really a good 3/4 cubic foot bag. I think it's a little too big. But they're sending me samples. The smaller bag that they say is 3/4 cubic foot, I can get in yellow, purple, or blue, all UV resistant. It's almost the same price. There's like 3 or 4 cent difference between the two. So it kind of is what it is, but for somebody that wants to use smaller bags, that will be available. So we will have bags available. Yadkin, if you want them at Paul Bunyan, no problem. Come to the Cord King booth and see me. We can get you hooked up with bags right at the Cord King booth. If they sell out, don't worry. I'm going to have pallets of them coming. I can get them shipped to you. No problem at all. So we will have those bags. They are UV resistant. I will be distributing them here in the States. I know Neighborly Homestead, Tim and Sarah, they looked at getting them. It's expensive to get them across the border, but if you can get them across the border in large quantities, that expense gets distributed and it's not so bad. So we will have those bags for sale. They're UV resistant. There's a pallet of them, I think, is 10,000, Tim. So pallet quantity is 10,000 bags. If anybody wants a pallet, we can have it drop shipped right to you. It would obviously need to be paid for ahead of time, but we could have it drop shipped right to you. So if there's any big users out there, that's an option. I have some of the bags in my truck. I'm going to fill them with kindling. I'm going to stick them outside. I'm going to let them get rained on, snowed on, whatever. And we'll do monthly updates on the bags. We'll pick them up, drop them on the ground, check them all over, see if they're ripping, falling apart, deteriorating, whatever. And we'll go through. No, I don't need 10,000 right now either, Yadkin, but somebody might. That's how many are on a pallet, is 10,000 bags. So, but the bags are going to be roughly 45 cents a piece plus shipping. So should run you quite a bit less than the Northern Woodsman bag. And the nice thing is these are UV resistant, so you don't have to worry about leaving them in the sun for too long. The sun will not bother them. Have a good night, Frontier. Appreciate you stopping by, buddy. So bags are going to be available at Bunyan. If they sell out at Bunyan, don't worry. I have bags coming right here. Once we get them, that's one of the other things that's going on the website. It was another thing that I added for my my person. So I think they really like me. I don't know, the things I get myself into. Dan's House of Smoking Outdoors, how you doing, buddy? John Salmonson, how you doing? I didn't see you pop in earlier, but if I missed you, I apologize about that. Norm, any idea of when you'll have shipping rates sorted out? I should have shipping rates sorted out within probably a week. Trying to work out some flat rate shipping deals so that it's the same fee no matter where they go, just to make it easier. I can do standard rate shipping. That's not a problem. I can do that anytime. Norm, yeah, where I saw Dan's House Smoking Outdoors. I will take 100 when you get, so can ship them. Yep. Yeah, no problem. Once I have them, I'll let you guys know. It's probably going to be after Bunyan. And once Bunyan is done, we should have the website completely finished, up and loaded. Bags will be on there. It's going to make more work for me because I got a lot of stuff on there that's going to be going and everything, but it's all to help everybody out there. All of you guys out there that support us, that follow us, that do all of this stuff, I appreciate you guys more than you know. And I think this is going to be a good thing for everybody. So, oh, John was cleaning up the woodyard. I hate cleaning up the woodyard. I was looking at, we've cut about 60 cord of wood in the last 4 weeks or so since we moved to the new woodyard, and we've been working down the yard, and there's a pile of slash and debris left behind, and boy, it's it's a mess. It's just you gotta do what you gotta do. It's fun though. I love what I do for work. I wouldn't change it for anything. I've learned that Facebook isn't quite as friendly as YouTube is with the comments and stuff, but it's, yeah, it's special. Yeah, I am gonna need a big cargo trailer of some kind, Speedy. I'm gonna need something. Woodshed merchandise, I'm hoping next couple of weeks, we'll have some of the woodshed stuff, at least stickers. Not sure with shirts and hats just yet, but we'll have all of that stuff available sooner than later. And as soon as I have it available, I'll let you know. All of the profit proceeds from those items go right to Gramps Woodshed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put right on the items exactly what goes to Gramps Woodshed from each one of those items. Um, it's definitely a great cause. It's a cause that I'm glad to be a part of. We're filing the 501(c) paperwork. Um, all of that should be finished hopefully in 2 to 3 weeks, somewhere in there. Then, if you have a business and you want to donate, I can give you a receipt so that you can write off your donation. Um, Lots of people don't want receipts, they just want to donate, and I appreciate that too. But for those that have a business and would like a receipt so that they can write it off, I completely understand. So we'll be able to do that soon. If there's anybody watching here that's close to the central Maine area and you have logs that you want to donate, or if you want to be a part of this in any way, shape, or form, shoot me an email. Let me know. We would love to have your help, love to have your support. And we're also going to be looking for people in the central Maine area that will help deliver, because somebody has to deliver all of this stuff too. And as much as I'd love to tell you that I can do it, all the deliveries, I don't know if I'll be able to, depending on how much wood we have. So it's going to be a big labor of love to make this work, but it's for such a great cause. I mean, this is going to go to elderly, disabled, veterans, people with cancer. It's going to be all kinds of people that really need a hand up, not a hand out. And it's going to be a pleasure for us to be able to give them that hand up and keep them warm through the cold winter months up here in Maine. We get real winter up here. We go weeks without the temperature getting above freezing sometimes. And when you don't have anything to heat your house with and you hear that the weather report's going to be below zero for 4 to 5 days straight, it's a state of panic. I've seen some people do some pretty crazy things to try and stay warm, and it causes some bad issues at times. So yeah, Josh and Janice, the Gramp logo for Gramps Woodshed did look sharp. We got it set with the orange chainsaw to kind of look like a Husqvarna and his bright pink stick on the other side. It's got a flannel in the back. It's flannel season for Gramp now. When he starts early in the morning, he's got his flannel on for about 5 minutes until he gets too hot. But winter time, he always has a flannel on. So no, nobody can cover an entire state. We're covering about an hour radius of where my new woodyard is. If we have somebody that's really in bad shape, and either somebody from where they are wants to come up and pick up wood to bring to them, or do whatever they have, yeah, it's definitely something that we can do. Um, you just brought up a really good point, Brandon. So Brandon asked, what about cash for those that have oil or gas instead of wood? When we have the 501(c), we can take cash donations. Those cash donations we can then turn into propane or oil or pellets for those that have alternative heating sources other than wood. But my primary focus is wood. There are a lot of groups out there right now that will help folks that have oil, propane, and pellets. There are not a lot of groups out there that help people that have wood heat. And Maine has a very large population that still heats with predominantly wood. And I want to make sure that those people are taken care of, because most of the people that heat with wood are lower income folks and are older folks. They've heated with wood for generations. That's what they know. That's how they do it. So I want to be able to help as much as I can, but we will be able to do some of the other stuff as well. All of the 501(c) stuff will be open and public record. So anybody that donates can look at any time and see exactly where the money went, exactly where it's going to. It's going to a good cause, is where it's going. And And again, I'm really excited to see how much traction this thing has grown and gained in just a short period of time. We were talking about doing something for Wood for Warriors, and we didn't know if we were going to be able to get it done at the pace we wanted to. So instead of doing that, I said, you know what? I said, I've got money that we've raised already this year. I want to make sure that it gets put to use. I want to make sure that we are able to do what we need to do with it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to file the 5013C. I'm going to get everything moving, and we're going to get the ball started. We made the logo. Everybody's gotten behind that. I've had people reach out, want to help, want to donate, want to come put in some labor, put in some time. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to see how all of this stuff works out. Night, Robert. Appreciate you stopping by. Um, it's really cool. I don't think Gramp has any real grasp on just how far his reach has gone through Facebook, YouTube. He doesn't realize what an impact he's made, and even if he did, he wouldn't say. That's not the type of person he is. So yeah, the state of Maine has a sign up for firewood dealers. The problem I have with the state of Maine and the way they do things is they hold payment too long. So if you're looking to get signed up for the LIHEAP or the low income heating program, it's hard to have a small business and have the state tie up your money for that period of time to try and help someone. For a big business, it's okay. You can usually sit on that. I know for myself, I do not have a ton of operating capital nor an unlimited savings. I can't wait 90 days to get paid when these guys get behind in the winter and the orders really start rolling. And I don't want to have somebody that's depending on us for heat not be able to get it because I'm behind. So it's one of those things where I struggle with that. Not only that, but the state wants to know way too much information about you personally if you get signed up for that. So Tim gets a scrapple sandwich. He was talking about it being an older lady. I used to mow lawn for an older lady. And she used to make spam sandwiches, cold spam sandwiches with a tomato and mayonnaise. And I was raised when I was little that if somebody puts something on a plate in front of you and you're at their house, you eat it. Boy, I used to have to really chew that and get that down, but I remember those sandwiches, so I know exactly what you're talking about, Tim. I've got a few older folks that we deliver firewood to, and when they know that their firewood delivery is coming, I get cookies or a pie or something, maple syrup. It could be a number of things, but I always look forward to those things. Those are fond memories, and those people are becoming further and fewer between. And I'll miss them. I'll miss them because that's the good old days when you appreciated what everybody did for you, and you don't see that so much anymore. Where are you at, Dan's House of Smoking Outdoors? I can definitely put some feelers out through the Maine Veterans Program. They may know of somebody to get in touch with in your area. So shoot me an email, woodguywilly@gmail.com. I don't know if Josh or Janice can put that up in the live chat, but shoot me an email, and I'll reach out to the Maine Veterans Program. I know Wood for Warriors in North Carolina, they had somebody reach out from Maine wanting to know if they knew anybody in the area, and Aaron Bergen messaged me, and I told him, I said, get me an address and I'll see what I can do. And if it's too far out of our area, I'll still see what I can do. We'll try to make it work. Forrest, how you doing, buddy? Good night, Bill. So it's one of those things. We all need to help each other. This is not a me, I. It's a help somebody if you can type of thing, and I mean that to the truest of my being. Help somebody if you can. I'm not always going to be able to help, but I'll try. Yeah, bonus of a gift with a delivery, doesn't matter what it is, Brent. It's always really cool. I had a lady knit me a hat one time. Older lady. I always used to go deliver and I wouldn't have a hat on. So I went to deliver wood to her one time and she says, "Oh dear." She says, "I have something for you. Hang on." Perfect old knit Grammy hat with a pom-pom on the top. I said, "That's perfect." I wore that thing until it was wore out, but it's stuff like that, it's, they put thought and some meaning and pride into it, and I love stuff like that. Um, it brings me back to when I was little and my grandmothers used to knit mittens and hats and socks, and you don't see people do that as much anymore. And that was something that we got for Christmas just about every year. You'd get a knit hat and mittens and a new pair of socks, and I enjoy that stuff. Forrest, I think we're all a little disheartened with what happened today. It shows the separation and the divide in this country, and hopefully his family can have some comfort in knowing where he went. They were a good God-fearing Christian family, and it's not until he's not gone forever. It's until we see again. So, my thoughts and condolences go out to the family, and I hope and pray that at some point in time this country gets back to its roots and they realize that we're all in this together. We all started this for the same purpose and point, and we go from there. And for those of you that don't know, Brad from Firewood at the Furnace, his best friend Chaz, his daughter passed away this past week, little daughter. So that was a sad thing for the Woodhound community as well. So between that and the Republican Speaker Charlie that was assassinated today in Utah, it's been a sad week for the Woodhounds. So for those of you that pray and that believe in that sort of thing, we'll go from there. Jason Rush, the deliveries will probably start anytime after October when we get the wood processed. So if you're interested in helping with that, shoot me an email, give me a call, whatever, and we'll get all of that stuff taken care of, and we'll put a list out. And if we've got a group of guys that are willing to help, we'll put delivery days out there, and we'll have help to load and do all of that stuff and make it happen. So, William Klein, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, so Grammy's always made better food, Tim. That's for sure. One of the things that I miss is my grandmother, Gramp, that cuts wood for me. His wife, she used to make rabbit stew, and I don't eat rabbit other than in rabbit stew. And man, oh man, that rabbit stew, it's one of my favorites. Um, she doesn't cook anymore because she's not well enough to cook, but that was one of my favorite meals was rabbit stew. So I remember having it as a kid, and it's just that and beef stew. Any of her stews that she made, they were always good. They were homemade and good stuff, real good stuff. Vic, how you doing, buddy? So one more time before we go, if anybody is looking for a 564 fuel injected Husqvarna, sawsupplier.com has them on pre-order right now. $200 will lock in your saw, and you have a saw on the first batch that comes in. And yep, yeah, that's Tim. That's another thing. That poor girl that was killed on the train this week. There's just so much evil in the world. There really is, and I'm a firm believer that the evil's been put there to try and pull and divide us all apart. We need to get behind each other as a group, as a whole, and we need to stick together. It's too bad that things like that happen in a world that we live in today, but the world that we live in today is not the world that we were in 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It's constantly changing, and it's not getting better. Humanity, day by day, is slipping a little further behind, and it's a sad thing to see. So if you have friends, family, loved ones, don't skip an opportunity to tell them that you love them. Don't skip an opportunity to tell them how much you matter, how much you care. They need to know. You need to make it a point to have them know, and hold everybody close. Hold everybody close. Yeah, mental illness is a really bad thing in the communities that we live in. Mental health has been pushed aside way, way, way too far, way, way, way too long, and they don't have the ability to deal with it. I mean, just recently in the past couple of weeks, one of our biggest walk-in care centers in the greater Bangor area where we live shut down. So now the only way that you go to the doctor is you go to like WebMD Urgent Care, which is a Band-Aid station, or you go sit in the emergency room for hours upon hours to be seen for something that's not emergent care because they don't have the staffing or the ability to continue to keep those offices open. Healthcare in general is failing in this country. It's not going to get any better anytime soon, but we've got to stick together as a group and support each other as best we can, however we can, and just hope that by us doing the right thing, even though nobody may be watching, it makes an impactful difference and helps. So I appreciate all you guys stopping on here. We're leaving early tomorrow morning, headed to Pennsylvania. Me and Kevin and Robert Daigle. We're gonna caravan down and go split some wood at Hope. So we'll try to get a little bit of video footage while we're down there and see what we can make for a pile. We did 57 cord last year in 7 hours. It's definitely a great cause. We're trying to do 100. They're looking for 100 cord. That's what I heard for a goal was 100. I don't know if it's doable, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna give it a go. We'll see what happens. So looking forward to seeing what we can make for a pile, and it'll be a good time. Vic just posted on there. If anybody wants to talk business or life, reach out to him. You can find his information right online. Vic's Roll-Off Services. So give him a call. He's a great guy. I've chatted with him before. So it's a good time. Remember, guys, a little bit every day goes a long way. Help someone if you can. I really, really hope that you guys have a great remainder of your week. We will see you when we get back. We will be alive again on Sunday, and we'll touch base and let you guys know what we got done at Hope. So have a good rest of the week, and we will see you all very soon. Thank you again.